Yeah. A big shout out to everybody who's logged on and everybody who follows us in this platform and every other platform. Yeah, a big shout out to our sponsors, Bush and Wine and Olympia Fuller Foundations. Yeah, we're getting busy, we're getting busy. Yes. Peace and love. Let's go look for Mr. Pablo Mcfee. Yeah, Mr. Pablo Mcfee, I'm waiting for you to request. Yeah.
Hey.
Any minute now. Yo, my brother.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing, King?
Nice one, sir.
You okay?
Yeah. Peace and love, man.
Peace and love, my brother.
Peace and love, man. I love that.
I'm so honored for you. I'm so honored for you to take this time with us.
Same.
And yeah.
Same. I know we've been trying to hook it up for a long time now.
I know, but you know.
No, I apologize.
No. I really, excuse me. I really appreciate this, because you know how it is. It's you know what I mean. It's airy. It's a new style. We don't know what's going on, and you know, we just appreciate each other at moments like this. Definitely.
Right. That's right.
Yeah. So
especially
yeah, ladies and gentlemen, everybody who's logged in, it's him, Mr. Pablo Mcfee, an elder statesman. Welcome to the show, sir.
It's him. Hi. Nice.
Yeah.
Funny.
I love that.
Yeah.
Let's have a listen to this. Later on, I'll come to you and you talk to me a little bit.
Yeah, man, I'm here.
Yeah, it's a blessing, it's a pleasure. I'm so honored. And yeah, you're one of the people in this society who I look up to. You know what I mean? So
it's
close
man.
to home. It's close to home.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, we need to. Anyways, first of all, just talk to me. How are you keeping in this airy situation? You know, under the new circumstances of COVID. How has it been for you? How are you keeping?
It's terrible, really. I'm trying to be you know, calm, but it's much more of the same for us, isn't it? Really, you know, we've coped with lots and lots of things. You know, we're quite adaptable as a people.
Definitely.
We're quite adaptable. So this is just another issue that we have to deal with, along on top of the others. You know,
on top of the others. I know.
Especially this time that we've all been born into. There's, you know, for those of us that believe we got purpose to what we're doing. You know, it's time to reveal what you to make your actions reveal what you're really feeling in your heart. So
thank you for that. Thank you.
There's no half stepping right now, none whatsoever. No half stepping at all. You know, what you keep?
I'm telling you.
You know, which is I know it's awful to say, but it's really quite I'm learning to roll with the punches.
Yeah, yes,
learning
indeed,
to roll
my
with
brother.
the punches, you know,
Indeed,
and I'm
my
watching.
brother.
I'm watching a lot of
Yeah.
people who are, who I felt were a lot more, what can I say, skilled, with a lot more skill set, a wider, broader skill set than myself. I'm watching them struggle as well and grow, which is making it even more positive for me. It's like, oh my gosh, how could I not attempt certain things? Yes,
Yeah.
we've had
I
some
know
very harsh
exactly.
blows.
Yeah, we are in a very harsh place, and I think it's definitely where this is where we are at the moment, right?
Yeah,
Pardon me. And what it does is we all get like everything came to a standstill, and there was time for you to just sit back and look deeper, and the
yeah,
vision becomes slightly a bit more clearer.
yeah,
If you're doubting yourself now, maybe there like a bit, like you say, you're learning from your peers, like some reassurance over here. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Some new idea over there. And yeah, and then you kind of, if you got the positiveness inside you, you pick up on this, you try to encourage your brother, you try to move forward. Because we know, especially creatives like us, it's, yeah, it
yeah.
takes,
Especially if you haven't got the positive. If you're
mm,
not feeling positive, use it. Whatever's coming, use it. Use it.
mm,
Use it.
mm,
You got.
mm,
We're in a place where we're in a climate that is. It seems like no matter what happens, we're not gonna get out. So if we're not gonna get out, let's use that as well.
yeah, let's
Let's
use
use
all
that.
that energy.
We use it. We're using everything, and I feel like creatives. If you look at the output at the moment, the current output from creatives, it's ridiculous. The amount of music that's out, the amount of art, you
Yeah, the
know,
amount of
um,
art
yeah, and in different forms, expressive arts like
in
dance.
different medias, in different
Yeah,
platforms like
exactly.
short movies,
Yeah,
short skits, and all
yeah,
that. Memes, let's be
yeah,
honest, even memes, some
yeah,
memes get you thinking, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Yeah, it's one of those things, and you're like, oh, wow, wow.
yeah,
Yeah, so it's one of those times, unfortunately, when you look in the media, though, they still there. You know, what I mean, the common replay of the images that are on replay. You know, what I mean,
yeah,
kind of be well, like you feel like we know some of these situations have always been there, right? Like being a little bit under scrutiny for making normal human mistakes, maybe out of PTSD or whatever it is, right? Out of
yeah,
all these mental issues, out of the pressures of the society, just the poverty and the misunderstanding. And then it comes to all this brutality, maybe, people being massacred and you're seeing it live on social media. It kind of, when everything is at a standstill, it kind of hits different.
yeah. But this is what I mean about rolling with the blows. For a long time, a lot of these things were hidden, but they were still going on.
There,
And
yeah, yeah.
if you're creative,
You know about it, yeah.
you know about my mentor used to say, "Can you feel it?" He used to talk about, "Can you feel it?" a lot. Are you feeling it? And he meant about being attuned to what's going on. Can you feel what's happening? Can you feel what's going on? And then using that. And
Yeah,
there's a lot of places where, like, I mean, look at the current situation in Nigeria.
I'm
You
telling
know,
you, the SARS situation, you know what I mean?
that's
It's been there. It's
it's been
been
going on a
there.
while. I've got students,
Yeah.
past students, who came back from there telling me about that back in the 2000s. So
Mm, mm.
but it never got the
Kind of
broadcast. Yeah,
the
the
light,
broadcast that it
that
needed.
kind of, and that's the unfortunate bit. It's kind of like, which, okay, it's a double-edged sword where
Yeah,
creatives and now the social media and everybody, now you're kind of opening that window, you're showing you see, it's been like this for a while. I'll be
yeah.
honest, even me, I'm from Kenya, originally born and bred. It's been
Woo!
like that for a while. It's nothing
Yeah,
new. It's just like, okay, only maybe now some other people are getting a peek at it. They're like,
yeah,
wow, rah, you mean? I'm like, yeah. It's
yeah,
been like that for a while.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's nice when we lock up like this and it feels like that, right? It feels
yeah,
like Let's.
Oh yeah. Wow. Jeez.
Yeah. It feels like that, doesn't
Good
it?
leading. Good leading. I like it. Good leading.
Mm. Oh yeah. Yeah, you put me up on some game, my brother. You put me up on some game.
Yeah. It's
Talk to me about this
yeah,
one here. Or basically, just can you give us a backstory of you starting the music? Basically, just give us a slight backstory, bringing us to up until where we are. So.
yeah, really, I'm actually a trained, a trained actor. Acting,
Oh.
stepping on the boards is really my main thing. That's what I actually
Mm-hmm.
trained to do. Um,
Okay.
although I've worn a few different hats,
Mm-hmm.
along the way, but walking the boards is really my main thing. And
Okay.
luckily, I've been lucky enough to have people who when I veered away from
Mm.
when I veered away from acting and seemed to be getting trapped in other things, I was lucky enough to have uh, other professionals, real professionals who
Oh.
came and retrieved me. I've got to
Okay.
say, got me
All
back
right.
on.
All right.
Maybe they might not even realize, but they got me back on
Okay.
the right path. At the deen, as the
Mm.
Muslims say, they got me back on the deen.
Aha.
You
They
know,
back. They got to work on the day, and I see what you're
yeah,
on about.
they
So,
got me
trained
back on it.
actor, trained
Yeah, so
stage acting.
I trained in acting. I trained at Italia Conti, the
Mm-hmm.
drama school over in South
Mm.
London.
All right.
And then from Italia Conti, got stuck into business for a while.
Mm.
Was working
Mm.
for McDonald's for quite a long time. I became
Mm-hmm.
quite well known. Went international, working internationally for them. And then, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, someone come and retrieved me. A very famous actress came and retrieved me out of McDonald's. Reminded me of what I originally did. And
All right.
yeah, I went on to join a youth group over there. Even though I was a older member, I joined a youth group
Okay.
which over at Stepney, Half Moon, the
All
theatre,
right.
Half Moon Theatre, and that
Mm.
was like that turned my head completely. And then I went straight into acting. End up getting jobs like for quite well known brands.
Mm.
One or two jobs off of that, like
Oh,
beer commercials, and then
okay.
back to stage like original stage like kitchen sink dramas and comedies like
Oh,
the National Health and things
okay.
like that, and then ended up doing He So at Peace with Himself in Covent Garden. Well, it was a little national tour,
Wow.
regional tour,
Oh,
sorry.
dear.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that was lovely. And then from there I went to
Mm.
a theatre called what was it called, Louverture in
All right.
Brixton.
In
Toussaint
Brixton.
Louverture was named after Toussaint Louverture, and
All right.
there I saw people like Curtis Walker and
Mm.
Ishmael Curtis and Ishmael and Janet Kay, people like that, the reggae singer,
Mm. Mm.
all doing
Janet K.
professional work.
Yeah.
They were doing
Yeah.
professional work, and I was like, oh, this is the thing.
Okay. Also, they were still professionals, but they could come. They were the music.
Yeah,
They were up as
no,
professional
they were
music, but they.
professionals who were giving their spare time to this
Okay.
theatre, this youth theatre. And
All
so I
right.
realized, it's not about the fame or whatever. It's about the work. It's about the work that you're doing. The work
Definitely,
became the
definitely.
most important. And then my director, Ken Brienberg, he took me over to I think he was directing things like Holby City and EastEnders at the time, and he took me to
Okay.
meet over to a studio called the Rhythm Station under Brixton Arches at the time, and there I met who I call my mentor, but I met
All right.
a guy called Earl Myers who was running Angeltown Studios, because eventually it moved
Oh,
back round to Angeltown Estate in Brixton,
all
and then
right. Okay. Which year
from
was
there,
that? Which year was that?
yeah. Sorry. We're
Which
talking
year was that
about
when you moved
we're
back
talking about
to
80,
and
88, 80, 88, 87, 87,
wow.
88. And then, we spent the next few years working on different projects, which in 1990 saw us, 1991, sorry, saw us signed to Esoteric Records and
Okay.
Enigmatic
Yeah.
Publishing. And then
Oh
we
wow.
released the first song, which was Peace and Love, the first thing you
All
played.
right. Yeah, peace and love. That was
Yeah.
around the early 90s then, yeah?
Yeah, around the night. And that was the vibe we were on, and people thought we were American. We were doing interviews up and down the country. Our manager,
Okay. Hmm.
our manager, got us lots of interviews, radio interviews, sort of like this, and we were doing interviews with people in Newcastle and stuff, and they were playing the track, and they didn't realise we were British.
Wow.
No one knew we were British. Everybody thought we were American because of no one was
Okay.
really up with the garage sound yet.
All right. Yeah, yeah. It was early for that, right?
Yeah, they were just catching onto it, and
Mm.
and then we hooked up with Carl Tough Enough and Matt Jam Lamont, my friend Adrian Lucky, and my
Mm.
other colleague Ojo Tope. We
Okay.
created a group called Curious, and away we went.
Curious, the group.
Yeah, and that was because when I was a manager, I learned
Mm.
about hiring curious people and looking after your staff as keeping them curious. You have to have, if you can't be challenged,
All
if
right.
you can't be challenged by the curiosity of your staff, what are you really managing?
That hence the name Curious, isn't it?
Yeah, it was, and that's how we were. We were really curious about what's going on in the world.